Hi everybody, my name is Brahman Menor. I'm a teacher for Pranic Living and Enlightenment. And today, again, I'd like to explain the process from eating and drinking normally to Pranic Living, because I have a lot of discussions with people that think that they are already there because they lowered their amount of intake of food. Well, lowering the amount of intake of food will help to feel lighter. It will help you to feel more energized. It can really heal your body. But when you keep on living, for example, on 500 or 300 calories, I've been there, I've done the same, you will keep on losing weight. And you will really miss everything that is connected to your conditioning. So the vitamins, the minerals that a normal body needs are all being used, and you will end up as very skinny, a less healthy body than you probably want. So let me explain the path to Pranic Living. Why is it so important to go to a retreat and to help, or to let you helped by a teacher that really knows what is needed? First, what is most important is the change of your physical cells. Without the change of your physical cells, it's hardly impossible to start living on prana. Because on your old cell is for 70 or 80% it's covered by conditioning. And it's very hard to get rid of that conditioning. So what I do in my retreat, first we do breath exercises to get rid of your conditioning as much as possible. Then we visualize that your cell that's replicating 24/7, always, the rest of your life, to a different type of cell. That including the repair of your DNA, that's a visualization as well. Source showed it to me. This is what needs to be done to be able to really live on prana. Those two things are the most important. If you don't do that, it's impossible to really 100% live on prana. No water, no food needed. Secondly, a lot of people think that 72-hour dry fasting is the way to Pranic Living. No way. That's nothing to do with Pranic Living. If you dry fast for 72 hours, first your immune system will reset. That's a medical thing, you can do that always. I can always advise people to dry fast or to water fast for 72 hours once a year, just to reset your immune system. Secondly, your leaky gut syndrome, so your gut is always a little bit open due to the things that we eat, is starting to close. You need to eat mono diet like juices for at least 6 weeks to get it completely closed. The third and most important thing for me to give the people the experience after 72 hours dry fast is that you know how a pranic body feels. So if you take out all the food, if you take out all the water, your body will de-stress. And a de-stressed body is a body that is very silent and peaceful inside. That is the way that I always feel inside. I can be very busy, but inside of me there is an absolute silence and there is an absolute peace. So you can put that on the scale of Pranic Living. This is the other part of the scale, food. And for me, the experience or knowing how I feel is more important than eating and drinking. So if you eat and drink, it will take away the de-stressed body and the absolute silence inside. When you stop eating and drinking, it will come back. So that's one of the reasons that I do the dry fast in my retreat, just to give people the experience and the reset of the physical body. But you also need to know that when you take out the food, it's always comfort food. All your emotions, layers are coming out. All your old traumas will come out. They aren't covered anymore. So you need to do a lot of heavy work, breath exercises, to get rid of as much as negative loads as possible that are bounded to those negative experiences. So, changing your cells, repairing your DNA, the dry fast, breath exercises for conditioning, breath exercises for emotional traumas, those all are needed for Pranic Living. And for me, the most important thing that I can give people in that retreat is the experience that they are more than just a physical body. The experience that they are a soul. We all believe in a concept. I believe that I'm soul. I believe that I'm connected. I believe that I'm love. But when you have experienced that, you're going from believing to knowing. And the knowing is a change. The knowing is what we need to really get back. So the void that is the unhealthy part in our unhealthy drive in our life can fade away in time. So that together is a whole Pranic retreat. So please don't think that doing a dry fast is the way to Pranic Living. Lowering the amount of intake of food is the way of Pranic Living. This process has been given to me by Source and it's totally perfect. A lot of people came to my lectures or they heard something online and they were trying it themselves. It didn't work. If you don't follow the right steps, first it's dangerous, really dangerous. People have died in the past by doing it by themselves. So please don't. Well, at this moment, more than 150, 170 people have done the whole process. Some went completely dry for periods, living on prana. Others find their own way during life, eating once in a while or eating more often. And that's their choice, their decision. Some people couldn't get rid of all the conditioning, so they still stick to the need of food. Most of the time less than they ate before, so it's a huge step into their transformation. But it's more important that you find your own way, that you find what feels good for you at this moment. It can always change in the future. So when you're dry, there will be periods that you will start eating and drinking. when you eat and drink, there will for sure be periods that you will go dry and live in prana. Or just drinking some water or some tea or coffee. And that's still pranic living. But still, you need to make the transformation. Gone. So I hope that I've explained a little bit more what the way is to pranic living. Find someone that gives a retreat. I'm giving a retreat. More people are giving a retreat. But listen again, not all teachers will transform your body. Not all teachers will help you to transform your cells and to repair your DNA. So be aware what you are signing up for. Doing breath exercises after the retreat is not necessary. You don't have to be aware what you do. I don't think about how my hair grows or how my heartbeat is my heart is beating. It's just done by itself. That's the way pranic living is. If you use energy, it will flow to you. You don't have to do exercises for that. It is a way of being, a state of being. So next week I will pick out some specific topics about pranic living, so I can dive in a little deeper on each exercise. Why do I really use those exercises, and how can that help you? So thank you for watching, and if you want any more information, please check my website www.brahmanmenor.com. You can find a lot of information there, and also the Dutch television program that I was in. So find your information and please share the word. Satnam, beautiful people. Satnam.